Walker Wednesday back again. I missed you all, and you know it's only been 6 episodes since we saw little Judith mock sword fighting with Meixsell while Rick looked on. I am wondering what she's going to be doing this mid-season premiere. Good gravy! I forgot about the time jump. Hit the button. Let's get started. In this Season 9 mid-season premiere, we see our group unmask a new threat. Literally, the Whisperers are among us, and we are heading into a new direction into the franchise. Also, model prisoner Negan escapes and gets to relive his past. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Andrew here, the horror host of Generations X, Y, and Z inside Davis Manor, where we find humor and horror. And this is where I share my love of horror and entertainment. I review TV shows, movies. I talk about my time in the haunt industry. So if that's something that you are interested in, hit that subscribe button. And as I break down episode 9 of Season 9, why don't you go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me if you like this episode or not, while I give a big old shout out to the patrons of the channel who have helped me produce these videos. And if voting on future projects and reviews, being rewarded with merchandise, or getting behind the scenes access sounds exciting to you, then click on the link above if you enjoy this channel and find out more. Links are also in the description and at the end of the video. We start off this episode with Negan silently moving through Alexandria dressed like an old Michael Myers stalking Haddonfield. Actually, come to think of it, Michael Myers is old if you've seen the latest Halloween movie. But what is one of the things that Negan does when he is finally free? He eats a tomato. What is with the fascination and tomatoes on this show? Rick walks a garden, he eats a tomato. Saviors stop Maggie's caravan, they eat a tomato. Negan breaks out of jail, he eats a tomato. Some producer either owns stock in tomatoes or has a weird fetish. And while stalking Alexandria, Negan gets some new clothes and he steals Judith's compass. Personally, I think he looks like Old Man Logan. He's just missing Professor X. Oh, that's much better. Judith stops Negan in the morning before he escapes, and Kelly Fleming, who portrays Judith, seems to be channeling every single angel of Charlie's Angels in this episode. Seriously, there's a lot of these poses in this episode. After Negan escapes with Judith's blessing, Luke wakes up and wants to be part of the community, so he joins Alden, the savior with the heart of gold, for recon. I like Luke and I don't like Alden, so I'm going to have a love-hate relationship with all of their scenes for the rest of this episode. Our crew that fought the Whispers and lost Jesus are bringing him back, and I'm wondering this. I didn't see anyone stab him in the head. But then again, if he became a walker, the term zombie Jesus would be running rampant throughout the internet, so yeah, that might be bad, and they probably took care of that. And while in transport, they are followed by some Whisperers, and they take one of them as a prisoner. We then get to see Negan on his journey outside the walls and how he experiences this new world, and some of these shots are great. You have him experience walkers again for the first time in 6 years. The charcoal walker was pretty cool. Also, he drinks bad water and gets sick, which isn't that impactful of a scene until you realize that he's on his knees at the site where he killed Abraham and Glenn. When I was watching this scene on TV, my wife and I weren't quite sure whether he was throwing up in disgust of the mental image of what had happened there before, or if he was drinking bad water. And in Talking Dead, Greg Nicotero says he was drinking bad water. Jesus is dropped off at Hilltop, and Tammy Rose, speaking to Tara, automatically wants to string up the prisoner for the death of Jesus. What is it with Southerners trying to string up people they don't like? I mean, this has been, what, a decade now about into the zombie apocalypse, and we still can't get away from tired stereotypes? Negan finds a store that has menswear in it, and so he changes his clothes and gets himself a new jacket. Luke and Alden are out together, which doesn't end well for them, but I'll get into that in a moment. The prisoner is now in jail at Hilltop and is being interrogated. Poorly, might I add. What happened to good old-fashioned waterboarding? Eugene's right testicle finally descends, and he has enough courage to tell Rosita how he feels. This, however, makes Rosita want to vomit, and we can all be in agreement on that one. But of course, Rosita is not grossed out like all of us. She is with child and has morning sickness. So, who is the father? Is it Father Gabriel? I mean, he already has the title father already, right?
No. I am your father.
You knew that joke was going to happen. I mean, basically, the jokes write themselves here on Walker Wednesdays. And if you haven't watched a Walker Wednesday before, let me pause. For self-promotion, you can go ahead and click the link above, check out all the previous Walker Wednesdays, and understand my love-hate relationship with this show. But let's get back into the father thing here. The father is revealed to be Sadiq. Sadiq? Yeah, Sadiq. Well, when did Sadiq and Rosita happen? The whole Father Gabriel and Rosita thing was a shocker after the time jump. Oh yeah, the time jump. It happened during the time jump. We weren't there for that. Not that we really want to see that at all. That means that Rosita has slept with Abraham, Sadiq, and Father Gabriel, all while Eugene wants to have sloppy seconds. Which actually, now that I'm looking at that, that would be filthy fourths. That is disgusting. I mean, calm down, Rosita. You're becoming the equivalent of Alexandria's doorknob. Everybody gets a turn. Negan makes his way back to the sanctuary, only to find out that it didn't thrive over the past years. Oh, maybe it's because you can't grow food on factory soil. But after killing some walkers and finding a motorcycle, he realizes that there's nothing here for him at all outside the walls of Alexandria, so he heads back to be brought in by Charlie's Angels Judith. The last bit of the episode has us finding out after Daryl's interrogation with the Hilltop Whisperer that her name is Lydia. This means that she is Alpha's daughter. Alpha is the leader of the Whisperers. Have we seen Alpha at all so far? The answer is yes, right here. She's the one that's telling Luke and Alden that the trail stops here while brandishing a sawed-off shotgun, taking them prisoner, and ending the episode in cliffhanger form. And as far as episodes go, this is not bad at all. Actually, it might be one of my favorite episodes this season. As far as premieres go, it's done very well. In fact, I enjoyed the pacing of everything that was there. We've got to learn more about characters and the storylines. There was some chemistry between Negan and Judith, thanks to Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Kaylee Fleming on that. They have really good chemistry as actors going on, so I like the character development between the two. Portrait of a Serial Killer Henry is still useless, though I feel he will become more pivotal on the show as time goes on. I did miss not knowing anything about what's happening with the Kingdom and Ezekiel, Jerry, and Carol, and also if something was going to be happening with the fair or not. I think that will be addressed in the next episode. I'm sure it will be addressed in the next episode. So make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me, what were your thoughts on this episode? And make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon as well. That way you become part of the notification squad and get notified the moment that I upload. And I will see you in the next video.